Hello again, this is Vicki, and I had some time today to kind of reflect on my class I took with Louise Fletcher, the Creative Reset. And so I decided today to review and to also do another one of her lessons, since I still have access to her videos. I don't know how long, but I copied all of the transcripts, and so I have that I can read and then try to produce something that she has taught, because I didn't get through all of them. I think there's, what is there, 5? I think there's 5 different lessons, and within each lesson there are a ton of lessons. So it's like, I don't know, so many weeks full of lessons in there still I haven't done. So I decided I was going to look at my color theory, because in the next lesson, or the one that I chose, which was actually the last one, I had to do another large sheet. So I wanted to, it said to pick out your colors. And since I've already done this, let me just tell you the colors I chose last time. I just used whatever acrylic paints I had from, they're like ancient, old, when I first did some painting. So I had this, which is beautiful color. And then I used this yellow, because it was the primaries. So this is with the yellow I used. And then the red I used was this one. And then I used a black, which I think I used a different black, but I used this one. This one's really old, so it's kind of not good. It doesn't pour out very, it's not creamy or anything. I used this white. And so that was the first time. And so I looked at these colors. I said, well, I should do something different. I think I'll just change out the blue, because this is a beautiful bright blue, but maybe I'll try a different color. So I did try this one, this blue, which is so old. It's not creamy at all. And I had to work with it, but this is the only other different kind of blue I had that was acrylic paint, other than the liquid, high fluid liquid. So I use those. With the red and the yellow and the black and the white. And so then I came up with this chart to begin with. This is the blue that I used right here. It's the ultramarine blue. And it's already like cracking, although I like that look. And then I went out and did the blue, and added a color white, and then I added a color red, and I added a color, I think there was more blue in there, and then added, I think the yellow. I wrote it on here. I got yellow, and then I added the black, and that's what the black looked like, with all those colors mixed down across that way. And then this one, I just put the regular black to see the difference. And then I started out with this blue and just added white to this blue. So it came out different than that blue. And then I added black to that blue. And then I added red to the blue, white, and black, and got this. And then I added, no, I did it separate. I'm sorry. I did this separate. White and separate black and separate blue and red. And then I did the blue and yellow. Blue and yellow is green. And I added a little tiny black to the yellow, and I got this color to the black. I just wanted to see how that looked. Then these, I didn't write it down, but I, started with the red, and I think I added some blue, and This is just with white, and this is with yellow. Red and yellow make orange. Okay, so then this one is yellow, red, and blue. I mixed this color. I added white, and I got this. And I added black, and I got this. This is red and blue. This is a white plus... Okay, so I think I had this, and I added the white plus the blue. And, oh, I see. So it was this color, and then it turned this color with the white. And this was black. And it was this color with black. And then I think I did this color and got brown. Oh, I think I added more red or something. I got brown. Then I didn't write anything. So those are the lightened shades of everything, I think. So I wanted to see what that looked like. And I did a little one here, came out kind of cool. I like this look. So I decided to do those colors. So I mixed up colors. You can see how I kind of mixed them up here. Got these colors. And then I went over here and just mashed them all. Going back and forth, you know. And I thought, okay, I'm okay with those colors. And that's how I got my colors. Then I got some old cardboard, you know, cardboard, like this kind of cardboard. That was packaging. And then I just put freezer paper on top of my cardboard and used gesso to add it to hold it together. And so I did 2 of these boards. And so I decided to mix up the colors to get these colors. So to get these colors, so that's what I did in order to get, she said 3 colors. So I mixed my colors beforehand, so I had it ready. And it's a mess now because she did a demo and did a smashing of the colors, okay? And she put it on newsprint, which luckily I have some old newsprint. And I did I smashed it on this, and then I put it on my large sheet, which I have a 30 by 22, and it's divided into 3s. I think the width-wise, not the length-wise. So the 22-inch long, and then 3 of them, right? So then I smashed it on there. I mean, it's got tape in between, and I smashed it on there. And so let me show you what it looks like. So it came out like that, and then you're supposed to add. So after I added all those added all those together, you know, put the splashes on there. It was like this, 3 pieces, made a hole. I splashed it on, and then I did, she said to do, you know, different kind of markings. So then I used these kinds of things, and this, I don't know where I got this, but I had this and I used these as markings and dipped them in the paint and just did markings. And then I tried to roll, some of the paint was kind of, you know, globbed on. So I used the brayer to roll it on. And I didn't really have any other marking tools with me. I mean, I didn't plan that far ahead. And I could have used like this kind of thing, you know, put it in the ink and then, or the paint, and then did markings. Instead, I used a paintbrush, a small paintbrush, and just did some markings. And as I did those circles, these circles, I thought they kind of look like flowers. So with the paintbrush, I did the these kinds of circular kind of markings. And with paintbrush, the long skinny paintbrush, I think I put in the sink, I just made these marks. And then I also made some marks here, you know, with the palette kind of thing. And I just did this like this, spread it out here. I did some wide, you know, swirls, and did some over on that one, some swirls with the paintbrush or with one of these things. I took my paper towel, scrunched it up, and then there was too much paint somewhere, so I just mopped it up in different places. And then I just added. So I added some paint like around the edges and swirls, and then I called it done because, you know, I could, if I do any more, then it's going to be like a finished piece. So rather than do that, I left it like this. I took a picture of it as whole and then cut it apart. Okay, so let me show you the other ones that I did to show you the difference. Remember, the last video I had done, I had these things that are cut up like this. So this is the first one I did, like this. Okay, and I thought it looked really good. Until I cut it up and I thought, oh, that's not good. And this one too, I thought, well, this one looks good. I like it because of the contrast and the color's brighter and it's blended colors, and I painted it more or less, more, you know, different. And so I liked it, that one. And then I had done this one. This was just, I'm just going to show it briefly because I did a video on this already. So that was part of the class. And then what I'm going to show you are the 3 different ones. So this is what it looked like when it was without the tape and it was one piece. That was the first one. And then this is the second one. That's without the tape. And because the tape has all the colors on it and it looks like a whole picture. But once you take the tape off, this is what it looks like. And then you're supposed to cut it up. And see, there's that girl. I said it looked like a girl, so I added the eyes. And with her hair, like swirling. So, and then this is the last one. So when I first looked at it, I thought, oh, that looks really good. And now when I took the tape off and looked at it, I said, that doesn't look so good. And then when I cut it to pieces, I thought, oh my gosh, it's bad. Only the colors are good. So I did learn colors, another color. And I did learn, you know, a different way of putting things together. And so, you know, I'm pretty happy with this because I can now go in and with a drawing pen or whatever, a light pencil, I could draw something more of what, if I want to form something from this. If I see something in it, is what I usually do. I see something in it and start making a picture out of it. So, so this is like background or a starter pieces, and I can use pastel. I can use more inks, more color, or whatever, just to play. And it was so fun to play. So, you know, the whole idea of this is really fun for me because it got me doing something. So maybe if you're having trouble, like just beginning, just to do something with painting, because it is daunting to start anything. It's just like I couldn't get started until this class. And then that first one and second one, okay, and even the third one was not so great. But you know, it's all for learning, and it's still, I love every one of them because it's just fun. And then when I came back today to do these paint things, oh, I found myself engrossed with, you know, seeing what kind of paints I can get from the different from the other ones that I did. you know, from this one I did to this one. You know, so then to pick out paints that I thought and it's a limited color, so she said 3 colors, so, you know, pretty much I tried to get 3 colors. There's the blue and the green and the orange, and maybe the brown is kind of a neutral. But, so I got 3 colors in there, and I did something. At least I did something, and I had fun doing it, and I learned something. And I'll keep this in a notebook, all these scraps, you know, to remember. And then I have this, which is a great piece to collage with. You know, look at all this. But I'm not going to show my family because they are realists. They are not into this kind of mixed media, kind of, you know, mixed up mishmash stuff. They don't see this as good. They think it as, you know, what are you, a kid? Yes, I am, and I'm going to play. So, you know, I know they're going to say, we're wasting your time doing these things. So, no, my family is not one of those that none of them are really into this kind of stuff. But I am. I'm the oddball. So, if, you know, something that you've always wanted to do and can't get started, try this. Try this, what I did, and see if that helps you get started doing something, because it's fun. It's just fun. It's play, fun, and I enjoy it. And I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this video, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.